What happened over there?
It's fucked up, man.
That's a brand new Bronco.
Yeah, he just came across to go in, he hit.
His whole wheel is knocked off. That car probably don't even have 2,000 miles on it.
Police, it's funny. He stopped in the other one there, give him ticket, gain, come to get in the road, boom, here. Same time, bam, bam.
Wow.
It looked like a order.
This is crazy.
What can happen, man? What can do? That can happen to good ones. You know?
Completely knocked the wheel off that boy. Jesus Christ. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. It is Sunday Fun Day. So I'm looking to get into some things, maybe have a little bit of fun, spend some time with the family. You know, fun for me is spending time with the family. I was talking to my guy, Steph is Cold, today. Shout out to Steph is Cold, my dog. I was talking to him today, and it's funny because we have the same sentiment as far as the directions that we want to go in and what it is that we're working towards, right? And my whole theory and philosophy in a general sense is I don't really give a fuck about what nobody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm genuinely in my own space, in my own head, in my own lane. And it's funny because it's the people that try to classify you. It's the people that try to label you. It's the people. What the heck is going on here? What is up with all of this traffic? What are these people doing? They beeping at each other now. It's weird out here. But it's the people that give you the labels. It's the people that say what kind of sphere you in, what kind of lane you in, you know, all of that. And they're going to categorize you, but the only thing that you have to do is continue to work. The only thing that you have to do is execute on the vision. The only thing that you have to do is continue to stay consistent long enough to be able to get to the results and whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. And that is across the board. It has nothing to do with content creation. It has nothing to do with only, you know, business or only corporate America or whatever it is. Too many people are easily distracted and they're focusing on the wrong thing. And even me at some times or at different points in my life, I've gotten off track or gotten distracted, but I've never not executed on the work ethic. And that's the thing that probably saves me and a lot of the things that I do on a regular basis. But in reality, I really don't care. I'm not focused on what anybody. And do you know that at this point in my life that I don't even pay attention to, like, if it wasn't like way in the past, I don't pay attention to any reaction videos as far as like, or thoughts about what people say about me. Like, people come on my own panels on different channels and platforms that I own and have opinions about me, but then they watch and they subscribe and they have all of that, and I'm with it. Listen, stay watching, stay subscribed, make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm and turn on your notification. Do you know there's people that subscribe to me that hit a dislike? Isn't that insane? But my job is not to focus on anything that anybody else is doing as far as reaction. You know, and it doesn't mean that you can't take constructive criticism, because you always can get better. Look, I sent my audio and the video because I didn't know what I didn't know. And as I'm going through this process of bringing different people in, and, you know, we having good conversations, and, you know, I don't know if I could bring in a rapper or something like that. That just doesn't really align with what it is that I'm trying to do. I don't really care about. Maybe I would to have a conversation to talk about what you should and shouldn't do. But anyways, it's weird because, so, you know, I dropped a clip of the Charleston White interview for the general public, but the actual whole interview, unedited anything, is in the Patreon. Link to the Patreon is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. And so I dropped the clip and they like, Anton, the audio was off or whatever, so on and so forth. And I didn't even realize it because in the beginning of the full interview, which you can see on Patreon, the audio is fine. And then, you know, there's different tricks and tips that come along with content creation as far as different mics being in the room. And even if you separate them, and regardless of the quality of the mic and things like that, they pick up off of each other and things. So I'm learning. And so I pay attention to things that actually add the most value to what it is that I'm doing. And so I wind up sending a video over into my guy who's an audio engineer, and we working on it, and we're going to see what we can do before we eventually, and I don't know when I'm going to release it to the general public, because my bag chasers and the Patreon are always going to get my most exclusive content first, including all of the future things that I'm doing. I'm building a content creation studio and things like that. But I don't know what I don't know sometimes, and so I'm learning and I'm evolving. So I can take that type of feedback, and I'm paying attention, and different people that hit me up, hey, you should do this, whatever. I think that that's awesome. But the other side of the equation is that when you start to see the other stuff, different people's perspectives on different things and opinions, that's for them. As a content creator, I'm not supposed to try to control what other people are saying. The thing that I control is putting out great things and great content that actually, you know, generates civil discourse, or, you know, a perspective that may be a little bit different than others. And, you know, when I interviewed Charleston White, it's pretty interesting, because I wasn't looking to talk about the exact same things as everybody else. I believe that I bring out the best in people. I brought out the best version of Charleston White. You know, it wasn't about King Von and all of these dudes. I don't really care about those dudes. I care about culture. I care about different perspectives. I care about, you know, when I brought him in, I don't just, or when I kick it with people a lot of times for the whole weekend. As long as they want to stay, as long as they want to kick it, that's what I bring them in for. You know, because I want them to get to know me. I want them to enjoy me. I want to continue to build great relationships. And that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? The goal wasn't just to come in and get content. The goal was to build a great relationship, and then kick it off with the content and then put it out later. You know what I'm saying? But the goal is always to build a great relationship first, which then makes for a better interview. I'm not going to give you all of my tips, but it makes for a better interview because I actually have a connection with this person. I know how they think. I know how they like to communicate. You know, they give me all of the insight I need as far as how they like to interact with different people on camera and stuff like that. And all of the conversations and things that was happening off camera. That's where the dynamic happens, and then you see the culmination of it happen on camera, and then we bring it all together. And so a lot of people don't understand what goes into, as far as I'm concerned. I don't really know what nobody else is doing. I don't really care. They don't know what it goes into and all of the effort it takes in order to create great things. They don't know how to build things. They don't know how to do things. And so my energy and all of my focus is 100% on doing great things. And now the Porsche that I'm driving in, and the cars and the watches and the trips and all of that stuff, that comes with it. I don't worry about those things. I don't chase those things. And that's what we call bag chasers, right? The reason that we're the bag chasers is because it throws people off. They think that we're chasing money, and they wrong. We're chasing greatness. We're chasing the best version of ourselves, understanding that the money comes with it. And so people's perspectives is off. They don't really understand. They don't really align with us. Until they align with us, until they stick around long enough to realize, this is why people love what you're doing so much. And this is how you was able to create Wakanda inside of the Discord and all of that, because we different. We're a different type of people, a different group of people, and we move differently. And the results are extremely different in a positive way. So, you know, the biggest thing for me in this conversation for you guys, and I want to encourage you, and make sure you join the Patreon. Of course, the link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. The biggest thing for me is, how can I add value into your life, and to give you a little bit of inspiration and motivation as to how you can do things a little bit differently, which would yield better results. That's it. How can I pour into you? And then people hit me up and they say, well, Anton, you know, how can I pour into you? You know, you've done so much for me and all this other type of stuff. And I'll say, listen, the best thing that you can do for me is to become the best version of yourself. Be selfish so that you can then be selfless. And then you being a part of my network will automatically just yield and manifest good opportunities for the both of us. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my thought process. That's my mindset. And I think that you guys need to stay laser focused. We're going into Q3, right? Summer is over. Actually, we're about to be going into Q4. But summer is almost over. People out there having accidents, as you can see. We about to get back into basketball season. It's about to be fall. It's about to be popping. And life is incredible, man. Like, I've even taken some L's over these past, I would say, few months. I've taken some big L's, but shout out to Big L. I've taken some big L's, but my mindset doesn't allow for me to stay in that space. If you are a business owner or you're a content creator, if you a lot of different things, you're going to run into obstacles and things that you have to overcome. But I will tell you, there is no L that I have taken that I have not overcome and turned that mug into a W, reconfigured that letter and then extended it and made it into a W. That's for sure. So listen, I want you guys to stay encouraged. I want you to stay focused. If you need to get in touch with me personally, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com and we're going to get you taken care of. We're going to get you set up. I'm going to continue to pour into my people because I believe that the best version of you is the best version of us, all right? So, again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. The Charleston White full interview, unedited, is inside of the Patreon. And, yeah, man, we're going to keep doing what we do. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it happen. And life is good, all right? So, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.